Hey Dylan, I put together this quick video to showcase my top 3 ideas for your logo. These are sketches on sticky notes, but with each one I'm going to be telling you about the thought process and why I feel that it is a good fit for your brand and for your audience. And so here's the mood board where the mood that we're trying to capture is this focused, professional, fast moving, executive kind of look, but it's very airy, very simplistic, to the point. So, without further ado, here's my top concept for your logo. All right, so I took two concepts of your business. One is the stock market. And a prominent symbol of that is the 3 bars. I kind of call them the rising stock bars, and combine that with a speech bubble, because your business is a chat room where what are people talking about? They're talking about stocks. So I took those 2 concepts of your business, took the symbols which represent those concepts, and put those together in the most simple way I could. And I feel that this is a very straightforward, very direct logo, which represents your business as a whole. And for the variations, I was looking at this and I felt that it looked like the side profile of the brain. And so in the variations, with these bottom ones in the upper right, I was trying to push that brain, make it look a little bit more like a brain. But in the end, I felt that it was a little convoluted. There were just too many things, and you couldn't really see any of them. Can't see the brain, can't see the bars, can't see the speech bubble. There's just too much going on. So I ended up going with the one in gold. I think that's the strongest one. It only presents 2 images with a hint of the brain, I guess, but it's much more clear. And then, yeah, so let's move on to my second one. Here, we've got a G, which is creating this enclosed space around rising stocks. Your business is creating this exclusive enclosed group, a very limited group, which is talking about stocks. And a lot of companies will take the first letter of their business and put that in their logo as a strategy to help people remember the name of their business. And so with a name like Guided Gains, that strategy is kind of compounded. So that's why I put a G very prominent in here, and just put the clever application of the rising stock bars with the highest one is a part of the G. So people are in this exclusive group, and which the word group starts with G anyways, and that represents your business, I feel, very well. And for the variations, I was generally trying to make sure that it did look like a G. Myself and another at the top left felt that this one looked a little bit like a currency symbol, which is not a bad thing for the stock market industry. But in the end, this kind of sans serif version I felt didn't look enough like a G. So I ended up going with this one in the upper middle. Yeah. And now for the third option, we've got a watch. Why did I choose a watch? Well, 2 things. A watch represents great wealth. When you see someone wearing a nice watch, the first thought is like, how much did that cost? And that is something about your brand is that executiveness, that professionalism, wealth. But the second thing is a watch is a good symbol for timing. And stocks are all about timing. It's all about those moments when you buy and when you sell. There's a lot of emotion, a lot of excitement in those moments, and I wanted to kind of capture that and use that, create a symbol for that. And in the watch, I got the minute and hour hands, creating another prominent symbol in this stock market, which is the arrow that goes down and then up in a 45-degree angle. Positive symbol showing rising stocks. And as you may have noticed, the watch straps cleverly create a G. And so you got that added bonus of people remembering your name. Maybe they don't see the G at first, and then when they do, it's just like, whoa, that's cool. The only problem, the reason I put this option as my third is because if someone looks at it, they might think that this company is just selling watches. But when they see the name and the tagline, then they would understand and make the connection. Something I thought about while doing this video is that I could put the rising stock bars in the watch instead of the hour and minute hand. That would make it much more clear that it's about stocks, and it would kind of show that it's like a smartwatch, so it's on the cutting edge of technology, as is very much associated with stock exchanges. It's all about these crazy graphs and a lot of blue and technological imagery. But anyways, let's get into some variations of this one. So yeah, I stuck to the same kind of idea very closely with this one. But this concept started out with a compass, because a compass is a symbol of guidance, and I wanted to put that in here. But I felt that compasses don't really have a strap like a watch very often, and so it just didn't connect very well. But as you can see, the difference between the lower and upper rows is the bottom has like a nice clean circle. The G is very visible, and then the upper, the G is kind of squeezed. I felt that in the bottom there was a lot of visual weight on the left, and I wanted to bring that in a little bit, and so the upper is doing that. But in the end, I kind of like the clean look of the circle G. But I'm a little bit, I have to say, I'm on the fence between these two, and it's something I definitely would want to play with a little more. But yeah, and then moving into a different idea called the lighthouse idea. Lighthouse being another symbol of guidance. I wanted to have it show this story of it's guided gains, projecting, it's putting light on what you should do in the stock market. So it's projecting the future of the stocks, how they're rising and falling. But there are just too many pieces to this idea, and I simply could not make it simple enough. So I decided not to go with this one. And some other ideas playing with speech bubbles in the upper right. We got 4 speech bubbles coming together and kind of making a compass, sort of. And the bottom left, you got very simple compass logo, and others are using speech bubbles. And I felt that none of these really said enough about your brand or about what your business does. So in the end, I chose these 3. So we've got the speech bubble where people are talking about stocks. And then we got this enclosed group that is around rising stocks. And we got this watch, which is showing wealth and the importance of timing in stock trading. So those are my top 3. Of course, you can take in consideration any of the concepts I've presented, but these objectively, I think, speak to your audience the best and represent your brand very well. But yeah, we can talk on Messenger and discuss which one to move forward with. So I'll talk to you later, Dylan. See you later.